and welcome to Baking Soda Challenge number 3. Today we'll be using baking soda and vinegar and using different variables with our vinegar to determine different reaction rates for the experiment. That is, the amount of time between when we add the baking soda and the bubbles begin to when the bubbles end and the reaction ends. This should be a fun one. Alright, so our first experiment is going to be our control. We're going to use 150 milliliters of white distilled vinegar, which has been diluted to a 5% acidity by the manufacturer. It is at room temperature of 74.9 degrees. We're going to add this to our mixing bowl. Next, we're going to add our quarter cup of baking soda, and once we add this, we'll begin the timer to measure our reaction rate. So let's begin. Alright, so as you can see, we have some bubbling occurring. I have the timer going to measure the reaction rate, and we'll just give it a moment to see what happens. So the reaction rate of this experiment was about 30.81 seconds. Sounds good? On to the next. For this experiment, the variable will be concentration of vinegar. So instead of having 150 milliliters of the white distilled vinegar diluted to a 5% acidity, we're going to have 75 milliliters of that mixed with 75 milliliters of water. Keep in mind that this is room temperature and now has an acidity of 2.5%. So we're going to add this to our mixing bowl. Remember, this is 150 milliliters. We're going to get ready to time our reaction rate. And of course, we'll put in our quarter cup of baking soda. So let's begin. Alright, we have some significant bubbling going on. Alright, reaction rate is very quick, 12.01 seconds. For our last experiment, the variable we'll be changing is the temperature of the vinegar. Now we'll still be using 150 milliliters of the white distilled vinegar. However, as opposed to the 74.9 degree room temperature it was at in the previous two experiments, this will be at 97.0 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll still be using 1/4 cup of baking soda. So let's get ready to time the reaction. Let's add the 97.0 degree vinegar to the bowl. Okay. Then add our 1/4 cup of baking soda and begin the timer. Alright, and just like that, the reaction has mostly ended at 14.68 seconds. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. I had a real fun time doing these experiments for you, and I'll see you next time in chemistry.